Snagglepuss. Tired. I went out and we fixed the lights in the cat room in the little church cat door. And now you can see it in the little hands praying, the little stained glass window thing is totally faded. It doesn't even exist anymore. So I gotta try to find a new pitcher of plastic. I'll probably try Hobby Lobby and replace it. Tomorrow I gotta take it apart and clean it out and repaint it because the lights are on it now and it looks shabby. 2 years, the slide doesn't know what to do. I still don't like messing with electricity. I can't stand messing with electricity. Plumbing, I'm fine. I don't like doing plumbing. It's not fun, but I'm okay with it. And but electricity, no, 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 no. You see all these things with this gut health and everything like that, and these commercials, guys. Um, Water, celery, and carrots. Yeah, fresh vegetables. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Excellent for you. Yeah, I had carrots and celery for lunch today. 3 bowel movements. Okay. $5 for gut health and all that stuff. And it's like, um, I'd in Tivio, I'd be willing to bet. Okay. Not make believe money, just, you bet your life that, by the time I do my exercises, get that, do all the things that Suzuki says, that by September, my gut health will be a lot healthier because I don't panic and I get poisons out. And it'll be mainly celery, and because I like carrots with my celery. Celery and carrots, salads, and then I eat food. They got the soup cooking, and we typically make food. I don't like processed foods. I can't, gummies, lots of, we got that Halloween candy. It had some of the Reese's Pieces. I had a bag of it. I told Dad, don't eat these. Remember how the, whatchamacallits made your breakout and, cause things, M&Ms, because it was the candy stuff with it. And so when we eat, it's pretty much food, chocolate, sugar, syrup, egg yolks. Like, have you ever read Haagen-Dazs? Food, 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 food. I can eat it. Food. Excellent. I like food, right? And so that's what, like Dove dark chocolates. The only ones that I don't do is the Dove is I do like the dark chocolate Reese's, but, that's like my one indulgent thing. But everything else, they didn't have them this time. Those ones that they have at Walmart that are catered by the dark chocolate covered almonds that I love so much. They have those, so I didn't get none. But yeah, food. I read the ingredients. Food. I like food. It's good stuff, and your body processes food real well. Okay. And the thing with food is food provides nutrition and then also carries out stuff that's not good. So it's good stuff. The problem is all the stuff that's going in that's not good, that's not stopping, and the carbon emission poisoning. The other night before I listened to that little song by Mavis Staples, I was watching the news, right? And they had like 3 people in El Paso that got hit by automobiles in crosswalks, right? One was an 84-year-old lady with her daughter, probably most likely. And they these people are running around in a hurry because of extortion and exploitation and their money. It's important. I got to go. I've got important things to do for money. And these other people are forced to go get the stuff that's held hostage to survive. Right. And then people are murdered because we're not living the Lord's Prayer. And that's murder. Okay. I'm not an extremist. Okay. Extremists tell you need to give me money to live here because I own the fucking planet. That's an extremist. Okay. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, asshole. Okay, do you understand? When people pray to God, they're actually praying to the spirit of me if they call themselves a Christian. Muslims, no. Muslims don't pray to God. Muslims pray to connect to the Lord. Pray, connect Muhammad. Pray, connect Jesus. Pray, connect. That's how I'm able. Today, when I was out cleaning up and the mosquitoes were attacking me, I had a good talk with Keith and Malcolm again, and I'm like, what the hell? Okay, so I'm like, Keith, was very proud of the fact that people told him he looked like Malcolm X. Okay, that he looked like 5'8", grew really great. That he resembled Malcolm X. Right? He was very proud of that. He was glad that he looked like Malcolm X. He adored Malcolm X. Okay, like a lot of us do. Okay, simply adore him. You can tell by the way Alex Haley talks about him that he just adores him. Okay, he completely adores him. He's his brother, big brother figure, strong. He just loves. Okay, he completely adores Malcolm, and Keith's the same way. And I was like, somebody in your family knew Malcolm, right? And Malcolm knew, and we're having this prayer, and the prayer was through Keith Elam, you know. So I got an extra prayer with Malcolm. I'm sure once I have more, I don't want to have conversations on YouTube. If I'm gonna talk about Malcolm and Betty, I would like to talk about Malcolm and Betty with the children of Malcolm and Betty and the grandchildren of Malcolm and Betty. I don't want to talk in public about our, prayers because, like, what's his name? John Denver, Lie there by the fire, says he pair up poems and prayers and promises, things that we believe in, how right it is to love someone, how right it is to care, how long it's been since yesterday, what about tomorrow, what about our dreams and all our memories we share. And so, once we're living right and we talk about what people wanted to live, because Malcolm had said that and we were talking about it more intensely, me and him and Keith. And about, that you fight something so much that when you wake up to brush your teeth in the morning, you find you turned into the very thing that you're fighting, right? So fighting will not bring you peace. And the only thing that will stop fighting is peace, right? And the only way to live peace is submit to faith in the truth, right? And we talked about truth, and we were talking about the perception of truth. And it was Keith. Oh, shit. It's always when they're passing away. It's always been, yeah. Shit. Okay. Keith never got to have this conversation with Justin or his son or Prem or Solar or anybody. He was dying. He was in the hospital dying. And he was pray connecting, and the person he wanted to pray connect with was Malcolm. And Malcolm wanted to know when the time was 13th, 22nd Redeemer, which Keith is also aware of too, because he was taught Islam, by people that used it as a corporation, but there's still the core values, the principles, and it still comes through, because when you pray and you pray connect, you get, if he knows who you are, and you know who he exists. Okay, 13th, 22nd Redeemer. If you know he exists and he knows who you are, you can have conversations. Okay. And that's one of the nice things is, and that's why I tell everybody, I don't want to know everybody's name. I have a life given to me by the glory of God, like Muhammad said. I want, where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model? I'm just joking around. But, I want to live with a faithful woman and children and grandchildren and friends and family and curry chicken and Gregory Isaacs and somebody left a rose for me and I don't know who it could be. These monuments, these damn fucking buildings full of rich people's egotistical perception of their truth and their glory. It's gosh, it's mind-boggling. It's insane. They'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and your Jesus die, Parsons. And he got to the point where he hated it. The endowment for the arts and yes. He got to the part where he hated it because he studied me. What I learned in college is art is to make rich people feel important. So when I painted paintings, I gave them away to people that weren't rich because I wanted them to feel like somebody cared about them, somebody loved them, and they were important. And Amy got mad at me when I painted that picture of Ted Neely and then gave it to Barbara. So you'll never see it again. I haven't, but um, I was like, but she's the one who inspired me to watch that movie and enjoy it. And I really liked Ted's portrayal of Jesus. He's my favorite. So I painted a picture of him in Bighorn, you know. And Amy loved it. She wanted me to sell it. I was like, I can't sell it because art is to make rich people feel important. And when you do something out of expression through artistic expression, you want people that care about you and you care about to feel important. Money's not important. Barbara is. Barbara raised you. Okay. Barbara is grandma to Natalie and Emily and Noah and Kate and Crummy Cake, you know. So you know me. So, what's important to me is love. Money, my mom, Mr. Udall. Every year at college you go to, you make more money. I'm not interested in making money. All I'm interested in is truth and love. All I want to make sure of is that people are truthfully loved. That's all I'm interested in. You're an idealist, I know, and the people that murder people over money at Fort Huachuca think I'm an idealist and I get people killed because I live in a world that doesn't exist. It's like, of course I don't live in a world. I live in a world that doesn't exist. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, and you won't allow us to live it. So right now it's not existing, you asshole, idealist, and get people killed. You're just pissed off because eventually the technology is going to have to kill you, and it's because of me and people like me. Because you won't stop, Goliath. When you're UPS plane crash ass motherfuckers. They piss me off. Yeah. Now, Donald Trump doesn't know what he's doing. Okay. Drug addicts and alcoholics don't know what they're doing. Okay. They do things on like autopilot because they're addicted to things. Oh, son of a bitch. One of the little kiddos on the basketball team in DWI was arrested for drinking and driving. If you're stressed out, alcohol does not help. Okay? It does not help. Bob Marley, Alcohol just gets you drunk and make you do things you shouldn't, William Shakespeare. Knock, 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 Alcohol makes a man an equivocator, makes him think he can do the deed, but he cannot deliver. Okay? It's fallacy of perception of greatness and courage in a bottle that kills you. And the spirits that they talk about, they're talking about evil spirits. That's when they refer to alcohol as spirits, they thought when you drank alcohol that evil spirits possessed your body. And then the people that own the pubs turned it into, come and get spirits. Hey, I'm British. I know how people market. Tuppence, feed the birds, right? Go fly a kite. Okay. Practically perfect in every way. Uh-huh. Okay. Mary Poppins my ass. Did you remember that one where they did it and Mary Poppins gave everybody syphilis or whatever it was on SNL? I was like, that is horrible. Oh, it was funny. For some stupid reason, it was funny. Like when I was watching the beginning of the Colbert Show, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's kind of funny with the shooting people of the cannons. I was like, why are you laughing? Because it's just so stupid, it made me laugh. The one thing though, when I went in the shower, if you went back in time to stop the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, John Wilkes Booth, you come back home and read your history books. I find out that the Secretary of the Army, one of the guys that worked for him, killed him in the White House a week later. Yeah, just stand up for the Lord's Prayer, okay? Peace out.